Daredevil, full story and biography. Who is Daredevil? Daredevil, also known as Matt Murdock, is a blind lawyer from Hell's Kitchen, New York, who becomes a masked vigilante by night. He's one of Marvel's most grounded and gritty heroes, known as the Man Without Fear. Origin story. Real name, Matthew Michael Murdock. First appearance, Daredevil #1, 1964. Created by Lee and Bill Everett, with character design by Jack Kirby. Early life. Matt was raised in Hell's Kitchen by his father Jack Battlin Murdock, a struggling boxer who taught him to value education and justice over violence. Matt promised to never use his fists, until tragedy changed everything. Accident and powers. One day, while saving a blind man from an oncoming truck carrying radioactive chemicals, the chemicals spilled onto Matt's face. He lost his sight, but his other senses became superhumanly enhanced. He developed a kind of radar sense, like echolocation. His hearing, smell, touch, and taste became extremely sensitive. Death of his father. Jack Murdock refused to throw a boxing match for the mob. As punishment, he was murdered. This event pushed Matt to seek justice both in court and on the streets. Becoming Daredevil, Matt studied law at Columbia University, then opened a law firm with his best friend Foggy Nelson. At night, he became Daredevil, wearing a yellow, then all-red costume. He patrolled the dangerous streets of Hell's Kitchen, taking down gangsters, corrupt politicians, and supervillains. Powers and abilities. Radar sense, replaces his sight, allows him to see through vibrations and sound. Super hearing, can hear heartbeats, footsteps, whispers blocks away. Enhanced touch, feels printed ink on paper or micro vibrations in the air. Superhuman agility, Olympic-level acrobatics and reflexes. Expert fighter, trained in martial arts by Stick, a blind ninja master. Peak human conditioning, incredible stamina, strength, and pain tolerance. Legal genius, a top-tier defense attorney. Key characters, allies, Foggy Nelson, best friend and law partner. Karen Page, love interest and secretary, later a journalist. Elektra Nachios, assassin and former lover, trained by the Hand. Stick, blind martial arts master and mentor. Spider-Man, regular team-up partner in NYC. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, teammates in The Defenders. Enemies, Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, crime lord and Daredevil's greatest enemy. Bullseye, psychotic assassin with perfect aim, extremely dangerous. The Hand, ninja cult involved in dark magic and resurrection. Typhoid Mary, mutant with multiple personalities and pyrokinesis. Punisher, sometimes ally, sometimes rival vigilante with no mercy. Major comic storylines. Born Again, 1986, by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. Karen Page sells Matt's identity for drug money. Kingpin destroys Matt's life piece by piece. Daredevil rises again, stronger and more focused. The Man Without Fear, 1993, an origin retelling, focusing on his training and early missions. Guardian Devil, 1999, by Kevin Smith. Daredevil is manipulated by the villain Mysterio, causing psychological chaos. Daredevil, Yellow, 2001, emotional retelling of Matt's early days and his love for Karen Page. Shadowland, 2010, Matt becomes the leader of the Hand, builds a temple in Hell's Kitchen, and battles his inner demons, literally. Zdarsky's Run, 2019-2023, explores faith, guilt, and justice. Matt goes to prison, and Elektra becomes Daredevil in his absence. Daredevil in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, played by Charlie Cox. Daredevil series, Netflix, 2015 to 2018, a dark and gritty series showing Matt balancing law and vigilantism. Features Kingpin, Elektra, Punisher, and Bullseye. Critically acclaimed for fight choreography and storytelling. The Defenders, 2017, crossover series with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist fighting the Hand. Spider-Man, No Way Home, 2021, Matt Murdock appears briefly as Peter Parker's lawyer. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, 2022, appears as a charming rival and love interest of She-Hulk. Wears a classic red and gold suit. Daredevil, Born Again, upcoming Disney Plus series, rebooted or sequel series currently in development, reintroducing Daredevil and Kingpin into the mainstream MCU. Interesting facts nicknamed, The Man Without Fear. Catholic faith, Matt's storylines often focus on guilt, redemption, and morality. Blind but sees, though blind, he sees the world more clearly than most. Famous costume, his red suit is one of Marvel's most iconic outfits. Grounded hero, Daredevil often deals with real-world issues like crime, poverty, justice, and corruption. Conclusion. Daredevil is one of Marvel's most compelling characters, a man who lost his sight but gained a deeper vision of justice. Whether in the courtroom or on the rooftops of Hell's Kitchen, Matt Murdock fights not just criminals, but his own fears, doubts, and guilt. With unmatched willpower and heart, he stands tall as the true defender of the innocent. He is Daredevil, the man without fear.